I'm in the kitchen mapping out my meals. Well, I wrote it last night in my phone what I think I'm gonna eat this week. I try to make sure that I choose my meals for the week, because as soon as I get frustrated, I'm ready to order DoorDash, and I'm not trying to do that because later on you're gonna see I'm starting a budget plan in my budget planner. So this is what I decided for this week. Okay, so for my meals, I'm going to do steak and couscous. So I got this steak from Aldi. It was at the fresh market, but I did not see that it was there until I looked back at the video when I was looking at the salmon. So I got this from Aldi, and 2 of these was $16.64. So I'm gonna cook those on tomorrow. I also got these maple chicken sausage. I'd rather have a sweet sausage over like a savory sausage, so I have those sausage. I have that planned out, and I'm gonna have those with eggs. I'm also gonna show y'all this week how I make a quick and easy like egg muffin inside the air fryer. It's so good. And then I have my tuna. So I'm gonna do a sushi type of like lunch or whatever, and this is the tuna that I got from the fresh market as well. This is the skipjack wild tuna, and I'm trying to stay on top of my salt intake, so this one has no salt added. And then I have these seaweed chips. They're the avocado seaweed chip. And then rice. This is the rice that I'm gonna do. I'm all about the easy working from home. It gotta be easy and quick. So this is the steamed jasmine rice, and you put this in the microwave and it cooks for 3 minutes. Let me open this. You just put it in the microwave just like this with the striped side up, and you just put it on 3 minutes, and it's a good steamed rice. But I also have a rice cooker that I'm going to show y'all as well. That's pretty easy too for me to cook. I can steam vegetables in that as well, but you'll see that later on in the vlog. So yeah, steak, couscous, and I got the tuna with the rice and the seaweed. And all right, so for my smoothies and juices, I have, okay, so in the morning I like to have like a smoothie or a juice. I don't know what it is, but I do still need like something sweet, so I try to make sure that I can drink it instead of like eating it. So for my juice with my breakfast, I'm gonna have this. I had the mango orange, I think, and it was so good, but this one is the pineapple juice. I have the ginger shot from Aldi. This a juice, so let me find a smoothie. Well, I drunk all the smoothies, so I guess I will do this juice if I need to. So spicy lemon, apple, lemon, ginger, turmeric, and it's just like a cold pressed juice. And then last, my holy grail if I need it, this is the Equate meal replacement shake. I get it in vanilla, and this one is in strawberries and cream. I'm currently out of the vanilla. I'm gonna try the chocolate one as well, but I gotta prepare myself for that. I'm not a chocolate drink kind of person. And lastly, with my meals, I like sparkling water. So this one is Nixie sparkling water. This is the blackberry raspberry. So to have some type of fizz with my heavy meals, I just drink something like this. quite done. I still have my budgeting to do. I went and got my money from the bank yesterday. I always had these stickers. I got a lot of these. I got them from Hobby Lobby, and those are just like budget stickers and to make your planners look good. A couple of years ago, I got this budget planner as a gift. It has these envelope slots that I can use. It has the budget sheet right here, and then more little clear envelopes you can use, and then you can write on them what you're using them for. So I may use this one, and then I purchased myself this one a couple of years ago, and I just love the just holographic girly look of it. And I also made myself some budget things like cash withdrawal slip. That these are very old, but this is that's 9/15/2020. But this is a cash withdrawal slip that I had made for myself, and you can see the date on the back. Like, I haven't used this since 2020. So I made a couple of them, and that's good, so I can have these when I go to the bank, and I'll just print off some more. I'm quite sure I've got the template still saved. And then also for myself, I had made me, and this was fall time. Yeah, 9/15, that's fall. So I made myself these fall envelope slips, and this one here is just like a paper bag kind of material, and they do have the open slots in the top. I made this one here. It's just orange with polka dots, and this one was my favorite. This is like a brass look, and it was for my credit cards. This glittery orange, it was for entertainment. This kind of paper bag one was just for my personal. So this one here, it says wax on there, so I guess I had this for like my wax appointments. So this one here just has different names on it: pumpkin pie, crisp apple, turkey and cranberry, yummy pumpkin. So this one here was for the internet bill. This one here was for my phone bill, and it's like this pearl, kind of shimmery pearl, but it's not showing up as good on camera. And then last, this one for house supplies. It just has the pumpkins on it. So I'm gonna utilize these again. So this is how the book looks on the inside. It just have these slots, and then I think it has like, yeah, it has like a monthly and weekly plan goal. Let's see, in the back, just have like a to-do list, and then you just have the slots. So I'm going to do my budget off camera. I want to have like a saving goal each month, like outside of like my bank account, to save even more money. Hello. Hey mama. Yeah, you gotta boil the water, like you can't even use it. And after that, I need to do my devotional. So I found this Bible in 1 year. It's like a 52-week journal. So I got this off of Temu as well. I was just doing just a little shopping around on Temu. So this is a part of all of this stuff, including this ring. I decided to do 2 weeks, so I'm almost at 2 weeks, and then I'll talk to y'all about this ring. I just want to make triple sure, because if I'm giving y'all a recommendation to go buy something, I just want to make sure that it's right, and I'm just not telling y'all something that's false. I just like to be honest and truthful with y'all at all times. So yeah, but I have to do week 2, and again, I'm gonna do this by myself too. I don't want to do my devotionals online. Like, I'll show y'all a snippet of like what I'm doing this week, like this here. But as far as me like doing my devotional, I don't want to play with God. I don't want to record a little piece of it and then stop the camera and go back to it. I don't want to do that. If I'm gonna do it, I want to be all in, because he ain't coming to play with me. So yes, but you have like that little section. It tells you what to read, and then it gives you like a blessing for the week, and then a little passage to read, and then some questions, like a reflection, and then you get to take notes on the back. So I need to do that as well. But like I said, when I get done here, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so open up my phone. This is my 5th week actually on Zepbound, but I want to talk to you about week 4 and then just go over some things that I experienced and learned and questions that I got asked. I started a new dosage this week and it's 5 milligrams, but I'm going to talk to you about the 4 weeks of me being on 2.5 milligrams. So my first dosage was a 2.5 milligram. That's the low dose or whatever to get you started and to see how you feel and things like that. So for 4 weeks, I took 2.5 milligrams on Sunday. So the prescription comes in a box with 4 single dose injections, and each one of them had like this one says 5. The low dose said 2.5 on it, but they come 4 in a box. And I keep mine in the refrigerator until the day that I'm ready to take my injection. So on Sundays, I'll take it out of the refrigerator an hour ahead of time and just sit it on the counter. And then when my alarm go off, then I'll go get it and I would just do my injection. So I got a question on where can you inject the pen, and I spoke with my road physician to just make sure that I'm giving you the correct information. So he told me you should inject it in your stomach, your thigh, or your arm, and in the fattiest part of those areas. So with the stomach/abdomen, inject the belly area at least 1 to 2 inches away from your belly button. This is the most common and easiest spot to use. For the thigh area, you can use the front of your upper thigh, alternate between left and right thigh each week. And then your upper arm, inject in the back of the upper arm. This site often works best when someone else gives you the shot since it's harder to reach, but it's not that hard. You just hold your arm up and then like the fat part of your arm, put it there and then hit the button and you'll be good to go. And with the shots, it's a subcutaneous shot. So that means that you put it in the fattest area of those parts. So you always inject the shots in the fatty tissue, not the muscle or vein. Also, make sure that you're rotating like each side. So if you do it on the right side, do it on the left side next time you do it, so you can just prevent too much soreness or bruising or anything like that. And then always just make sure when you are injecting the site, you just clean it with alcohol in that area before you just inject, just to make sure you're not transferring any like bacteria or anything like that. You see like an area that is bruised or scarred, do not inject in that area. Just go to a different area. And then also if you see some bruising, make sure you let your physician know that. Even if you don't think it's a big deal, when they reach out to you, it's like a real appointment. Make sure that you let them know everything. You're gonna be texting them, and I love that for a person who really don't talk. You're gonna be texting your physician, just letting them know like your weight and any type of symptoms. Are you wanting to maintain that weight? Are you wanting to lose weight? Are you thinking about food often? How is your appetite? And just things like that. How's your physical activity? Are you working out? Are you barely working out? Do you feel depressed? You talk about everything with your physician. So on the Road app, that's like your check-in when they reach out to you, and they reach out to you every week or every other week. So like some symptoms that I started having like my first few weeks of on the injection, immediately I noticed that my mouth was super dry. Like I'm talking about so dry. I felt so dry and dehydrated, and that's like one of the symptoms that you are gonna get with it. So the things that I do to help with that is, they call it pre-gaming. I make sure that I just load my body with water and electrolytes, and y'all know me, this is my best friend. It stays near me at all times. This is my Circle Cup, and I use this every single day, and you get to change out the flavoring. So this one has the strawberry flavor in it, and I love this flavor here. But you just fill the cup up, this is the flavoring, and you can set the dial here on the flavors that you want, how like potent you want the flavors to be. But yes, and I typically keep mine between 3 and 4. That's like enough for me. If you don't, it's gonna be like you're drinking Kool-Aid. So no. But these come in so many different colors, and you just put your ice in here and fill these up with water, and you have that all day. Another thing that I do is I like a variety of something to drink. I fill up my cup here. I got this from TJ Maxx, and this is, I don't know what size this is, but I think it's a 1 liter or a 2 liter, something like that. I think it's a 2 liter, but I got this from TJ Maxx. And what I like to put in here is 1, fiber, because you're going to be constipated as well, and you just want to make sure that you keep some fiber in you. Alongside with other things that I'm going to mention about fiber, you can get this. I get it from Walmart. Along with the fiber, I also add a packet of liquid IV, just to make sure that I'm getting my electrolytes in. And then I also bought this here. It's BioSteel Hydration Mix. It's essential electrolyte. 2 of those in there if I do not use this. So it's either gonna be 2 of these with this or 1 of these with this. And I just put them in the bottom, put some ice to about here, and then fill the rest up with water and shake it up real good. So that has been helping me when it comes to being so like dehydrated and dry mouth. Another thing that I noticed, the day after I give myself the shot, I would have like a slight headache, and that can come from dehydration or things like that. It doesn't necessarily come from the Zepbound. So I did my research and it said that it did not. I spoke with my physician. He said it did not, but I noticed that when I would give myself the shot, that the next day I would have like some sort of a headache. And now that I have been hydrating, I have not been having a headache. So I don't know, was that and dehydration going hand in hand? Another like symptom I was having was like my stomach. It makes like this, like not growling noise, but this noise like liquid is flowing through it. So it would just make like these little noises or whatever, and I wouldn't be hungry. It just, I could hear my stomach making noises, and especially when I'm laying down, like you can hear it. So like with the constipation part of it, like I said, you need to just make sure that you're having your fiber and just green vegetables, like just broccoli and things like that. Just make sure you are incorporating greens in your meals each week, because if you don't, you are going to be constipated and you just don't want that. Like, so just make sure you have your fiber intake, make sure you drink a lot of liquids, and that should help. So a question I got asked was, does the shot hurt? No, the shot does not hurt at all. The needle is the tiniest needle in the world. You know how like mosquito bite feel, right time you feel it bite you and you hit it? Like, it's kind of like that, like a little, like I put it in my arm and I put it in my stomach. I haven't put it in my leg, but those 2 places. And then too, the little bitty sting, it lasts, I'm talking about lower than a second. That's just it. You can feel like the injection like going into your skin, and then you'll feel like this pop and click, and then it'll retract itself out, and then you just discard it into like a biohazard box container or whatever you have. Another question I got asked was, how much does it cost? So when I went to my lovely physician who I love so much, he told me that it was gonna be $100 a week per injection. And I'm like, oh no, I cannot pay that. So I was like, let me just, and that was back in March. And I was like, well, let me just think about it, because I can do it, but do I want to spend $100? That's $400 a month. And sometimes when it's 5 weeks, that's $500 a month on injections. And I was like, no, I just do it the normal way. I ended up telling my mom about it, just a little bit of story time, because you know I had one. So I ended up talking to my mom about it, and then I'm gonna get back to it because it goes together. I was telling my mom about how I felt and just how down on myself I felt, and how I was like, maybe certain things in my life are happening because I done gained so much weight, and it's just, I don't feel good about myself anymore, and I don't want to put on no clothes, I don't want to go out, I don't want to just be seen. Like, I just had gotten so down on myself about my weight gain. And so my mom is the type, my mom is a fixer, and my mom is a stern like mom. She has emotions, but she is like, first of all, don't let your weight be the issue that you even think like this, girl. Like, we can fix this, you can lose weight, like, you're beautiful, stop thinking like that. Like, My mom is that type of mom. Girl, don't you for once think that you even done lost anything, baby. You still got it. Like, she is that mom. So she was like, okay, what we need to do to fix this? What do I need to go have? Like, call that physician tomorrow and tell him that I'm gonna put the first $500 up and then we'll just go half after that. And I'm like, no, mom, like, you work so hard for your money. I don't want you to do that. And she was like, well, what about that thing I see on TV? Because my mom is a die-hard tennis fan. And that's one thing I want to do, is take her to a tennis match one day. She is since like Venus and Serena and you name a person that plays tennis, she know them. And so she was like, what about this shot that Serena done did and she done lost all this weight, and what about that? Because she's saying that it don't cost that much. She was like, reach out to them. We was in my driveway and she was like, you ain't looking. And I was like, oh, you want me to look now? She was like, yeah, so we can go ahead and take care of this. So I looked on road, and in that car, probably 20-30 minutes, we were sitting there and I filled out the little thing to do the road application. And so just that fast, I filled out everything, and it was like, the physician is looking over your information and they're gonna get back to you. So closed my phone after filling everything out, and me and her went and looked around at some stores. The next day I got the alert. She was off again, we was back out, and I got the alert and I was like, no, this ain't true. And she was like, what? I was like, Mama, they telling me with my insurance it's only gonna cost $24.99. And she was like, shut up. I was like, yes, ma'am. I was like, yes, it's only $24 for the medication, but the membership is $150. And she was like, well, okay, we can take care of that membership. You fine. I was like, no, $150 sounds good. I can pay $150 a month. I'm gonna pay for that and pay for my medication. And she was like, okay, well, go ahead and let them know that you're gonna do it and put the information down. And if you come to a crossroad, just call me. And so that was that. So that's how I found out that roll only cost me $24.99. And if you was wondering, like, with the insurance, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. So, and it's Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia. And so yeah, so it was $24.99, and that was it. They ended up asking me, where do I want my prescription to go? And then I told them where I wanted to. I choose Publix because to me, it just always feels like Publix always got the medication. And if they don't, you can go to a different Publix and pick it up. So I use Publix. So yeah, but my monthly box of 4 syringes is only $24.99 altogether. My doctor wanted me to charge each little syringe inside the box $100 a piece. No sir, mister, we ain't doing this. You ain't gonna make no grip off of me. So yes, that's how I end up just, you know, finding out that mine was $24.99. Some people even pay, I think, $10 for theirs. And then some people pay nothing because of like their health conditions and things like that. So just check it out. The last question I got is, do I recommend anyone to start GLP-1 or Zepbound, what I'm taking, Ozempic, you name it? I'm gonna answer for me. If somebody was like, Arian, would you take it again? Yes. 2,000, yes. 3,000%, yes. I will take it again and again and again. Like right now as we speak, and it's been only 4 weeks, I'm going to my 5th week, I have lost 13 pounds. And I know that I have lost the weight. I don't physically see it, but it's like I know I have lost the weight. So I do. Like I will say, if someone, let me see, the side effects does not outweigh the results for me. So I can get through my side effects, like the headaches every now and then, or the dehydration, dry mouth, or whatever. I can take care of that. I just gotta stay on top of that, and that'll fix that. But yes, I 1000% say do it. And just imagine if it was 13 pounds in 4 weeks, and now my dosage has went up to 5 milligrams. What you think gonna happen next week when I do everything that I'm supposed to do and I see those results? When I tell y'all, I was so down and depressed on myself, and I'm the reason that I gained all this weight. Like, it didn't take me 2 days to gain all this weight. My actions and the things that I did in life and the way I treated my body is the result of the weight that I have gained. But life is about convenience. And when I tell you, if I can go from yesterday being down, depressed, and on antidepressants and feeling like life is just underneath me and so bad, but today I can fix it like that and just make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna do it. Like, that is one thing on this side of stress that I can just knock out and put it over here and say, okay, that's been fixed. Like, life is too short to be unhappy. And it took my 36 self to figure that out. Life is too short to be unhappy. Do it. Do not worry about what people got to say. Don't worry about the side eyes, the whispers, the, oh girl, she on that stuff. Okay, if you think I'm on that stuff, I know I'm not. So I lost weight and I feel good about it. And two, I'm the type of person, ask me, because I'm gonna tell you, I ain't got nothing to hide from anybody. But to not be stressing about my weight and my appearance, and then two, that had just gave me a oomph to do more. Like, I am not done. I want to do more things for myself to just build myself up and help myself. Like, this has given me the biggest boost of confidence in life, just to know that I'm doing something to take care of my body. Don't worry about, oh, the side effects and girl, that stuff you put in your body. McDonald's, Burger King, vapes, candy, sugars, fried food. Like, I can go on and on. It's a lot of things that we as people are putting in our body. That's why I be saying, pick your bad thing that you're going to do and make everything else good. That means that if you are 90% taking care of your body, then okay, go have that drink of wine, or go have that piece of fried chicken from Popeyes or whatever. If you know that you are 90 to 95% taking care of your body, that 5%, it's okay to treat yourself. Like, stop being depressed over the smallest things. One thing I have learned too in this little journey of mine, it's only been about 2 months now, but I'm so happy for where I'm at right now. People's opinion and caring about what they say or how they gonna feel about what I do for my personal self, that shouldn't even be my problem. And I'm so happy for that mindset that I have now. I'm sleeping peaceful at night. Honey, I'm going about my day the way I'm supposed to. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, flee. I don't even care. Get on. Go do you. So yes, but I recommend it. It's gonna take care of what you are worrying and stressing about, and I just say do it. Like, it's time out for that. It is time out for that. Don't care about nothing nobody got to say. Do you and enjoy you. But yes, that's my take on being on GLP-1. I like Zepbound. I just knew when I first got it, I was like, this ain't Ozempic. Why didn't they put me on Ozempic? I wanted to say Ozempic, and I was like, Arian, just see what it do. But this is what I was prescribed based off of my health and things that I put in there, just telling them about like my blood pressure and things like that. And Zepbound was what I was offered, and I took it. But yes, I do recommend it. I am down 13 pounds, and with that being said, it is time for me to take my shot. So I'm gonna take my shot with y'all. I have it here. It's been sitting out for an hour, and yes, I'm gonna get on about my day.